What's up? I'm Adrian, and I want to tell you guys why I decided to move from Toronto to Vancouver. So, first off, my girlfriend's been living here while I was back in Toronto. Second, I needed to just make a change. So, threw all my stuff in my car end of February, and I drove here. My mom decided to send my sister with me. I don't know why, but I guess it's like insurance, even though, I like to say I'm a grown man. And my sister came along. So, drove from there to here. It was a pretty decent drive, wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. Car broke down once, but pulled through. We got here. So, moved into my new place, got everything kind of situated, and now I'm here. Sister chilled for a bit. Me, my girl, my sister, we all kind of talked, relaxed a little bit, you know how that stuff goes. And then so now it's time to get to the grind. I had to find a job. I was a carpenter in Toronto, or a framer, that's what I like to call it, instead of carpenter. So I build houses for a living. And so within about a week, I found a job. Went to the job, did my first day. Long story short, end of the day, I didn't like it. I just didn't like the way it was set up. I didn't care for it. So told the guy, thank you for the opportunity, but I decided to just leave. So I looked for another job. Within the same day, I found one. Opposite side of the city. Everybody likes to say that's far in Vancouver. I mean, I'm in Coquitlam, I believe, and this was in Langley. Whatever, it's a 20-minute drive. I don't know why people are so lame. And doing that job. So this job is better. I like it. Whatever. So I day in and day out go to work, come home, chill with my girl, relax, go to the gym, and why this change was amazing. I'm gonna let you guys know. It let me unlock a part of myself that I didn't think I had. And why is because when I was in Toronto, obviously I got my friends, I got my family, so I'm busy. Like I'm always doing something. You go to work, you come home, you got your friends, you got all these things you could do, you could go out, whatever the case is. You guys get it. It's endless. Over here, I have one friend I grew up with, chill with him sometimes, and that's really and truly it. So I'm alone over here. I don't really talk to anybody. And you know what? It works out because it makes me get to tune in and focus. It's as if everything's quiet now. So making that move and that change, it has let me really and truly dig back into the things that I want to do. Like, I now have the time in my mind to be like, hey, well, I was doing this, I want to do this, now I can actually tackle it. Back then in Toronto, even though it was only 5 months ago, I couldn't really think about these things because it's like I said, I'm busy, I'm doing stuff. With that being said, I don't even think about it. Over here, because I made that change, it switched things up for me. So you move from being comfortable into a place of kind of you're not used to. Normally when you're not used to something, it makes you feel uneasy, right? You go to a new job, you work with new people, you're like, feel like you're the odd man out. I didn't like to think about it like that. I'm like, you know what? I'm in a new place, I'm unfamiliar with everything. The driving, the this, the that, the people. I looked at it and I welcomed it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna adapt and I wanna just hone in on everything I wanna do and better myself. So that's what I've been doing. And I want to encourage you guys you should do the same thing. It's, you never know what could come from it. Like right now, I'm still on my journey to do my modeling work. I was doing it in Toronto, long story short. Obviously I came here now, so I kind of had to pick up and now start again over here. Some people might feel as if, oh, it's hard, it's a pain in the ass. I mean, it could be, but just do it. Get it done. That's what I like to go by, that saying, like just get it done. Don't think about it. Why make life difficult? You want to do something, just do it. Don't make up an excuse. Forget all that stuff. So doing that. There's also my other side hustles that I always think about, and I do them. I'll tell you guys about that more next time, but because I have all this free time, I get to really and truly focus, and I get to actually do these things, and it's amazing. If I was in Toronto, I probably wouldn't be doing that, because it's like I said, you're used to doing what you normally do in your regular routine. I want to tell you guys, if you're able to, or even if you're thinking about it, if you want to, switch up your routine. It's the best thing you could do. Like, think about it. I work out a lot. I like to go to the gym, get my swole on, whatever. When you change up your routine, it kind of shocks your body, but in a good way, no? You're like, all right, today I'm gonna do my chest, whatever, and triceps, and maybe you up the weights, or you up your reps, and you switch, and your body welcomes it. You feel better, you get a bigger pump, right? At least I do. So it's the same thing with like making a move, or like any little small decision in your life. Maybe you want to change a job. I mean, you could apply it to anything you want to do. I just want to tell you guys, you should do it. Just don't think about it. Get it done. That's what I like to say. Because you never know. Like, I kind of want to bring you guys along on this journey. This is one of my first YouTube videos. I even decided to start that because maybe there's people around my age, that want to do it and they're afraid. I was talking to one of my other friends who I grew up with, actually, in Toronto, and he told me, hey, I don't know how you're able to do that. I'm like, you know what? I just didn't think about it. I got up and I did it. And he's like, yo, you know what? I give you a lot of respect because I don't think I could do that. Now, this is a really good friend of mine. We grew up together, stuff like that. So I really appreciate that, because it's like, hey, you know what? Not a lot of people could do that. Maybe people are afraid. Maybe you guys are, a little nervous. Don't be nervous. You just gotta do it, Now I honestly don't have no complaints. At first, things were a little maybe boring. I'm like, tell my girlfriend, I don't like BC. It rains a lot. But you don't even want to think about that stuff. You want to now just whatever you sometimes think about, because sometimes you're going to think about stuff, but then that thought goes away. You know what I mean? I want you guys to do what you need to do in order to get back to those kind of thoughts and that way of thinking, because I'm so happy right now. I literally can't complain. I feel as if, when you're close to like a goal or a stepping stone that you set and you feel good, because you're like, hey, you know what? This is amazing. Went to work, saved up, bought first car, feel happy. I'm on a quest right now to attack all my goals that I'm gonna bring you guys through, not maybe today, but another time, and you guys could do that too. I just feel like when you actually do it and you set yourself up for it, you write things down, you actually hold yourself accountable. I do that a lot. I think a lot of people don't do that. They're like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna do this. They don't do it. Listen, maybe you gotta be even more stern with yourself. I have to do that. So do what you gotta do in order to give yourself that push to attain this greatness that you have. Because we all have it, but we get busy, caught up with friends, family, whatever the case is, social media, blah, blah, you get it. Just get it done. That's what everything I kind of do. I base it off of that. A normal day for me, let's say, is I wake up at 6:20 every morning, get ready for work, brush my teeth, go to work. I start at 7, I finish at 3:30, I come home, take a nap, wake back up. I only sleep for about 45 minute nap, and from when I get up, which is about, if I get home at 3:30, I nap. Let's say I wake up at 5, give or take. From that time until 9, I focus on what I want to focus on, my reading, my studying, all those sorts of stuff. And then At 9 o'clock, I go to the gym at night because I wake up early and I go to work, you know? So my girl's like, hey, how do you have energy to go to the gym? Like, how are you going? I can't do that. My girl works from home. I'm just like, listen, you just gotta get it done. Don't think about it. I tell people all the time, like people will be like, hey, like how are you able to do that? I'm like, it's not hard, just do it. So everything will always come back to making this move. Coming from Toronto to here, it's done so much for me. It's really, truly, honestly put me onto a path of like, just being able to tune in and really and truly buckle down, which I want to do, because I have certain goals that later on I'm going to share with you guys. But that being said, at one point in time, I want to just kind of be in a different place than I am now. So in order to do that, like I said, we need to stay focused. Me, you guys, we got to stay on this path. We don't want to really venture off and fall into these traps of sitting on the phone all day, TikTok, Instagram, all this stuff, and just, you know, like, well, it's also not bad to enjoy yourself sometimes. I'm not trying to say like I don't get to do anything, even though I kind of don't do much. I only really and truly reward myself after I feel as if I've earned it. So I'll probably, let's just say I want to get something done before I give myself a reward. Like even if it comes to watching a show, or I don't know, I like to watch anime. Before I want to watch a couple episodes of anime, I say, hey, make sure you complete this much of your book that you want to read. Or my other little side thing that I'm doing is getting back into my modeling stuff, you know, because I like to do these things. But I need to stay on task with that before I reward myself. And I'm super stern with myself. Like, no, you're not doing that until you get these things done. And you know what? Being in this new place and making that move, like I told you guys, helped with that. So, I mean, we'll get more into detail next time about certain things and how and why. And if you guys kind of want to know about, you know, the whole move in a little bit more detailed, how do I say it? Me speaking about a little bit more in detail, and like the differences in Toronto, Vancouver, but it goes beyond that. It goes what it did for me. That's where all the good comes in. There's good in other things, but it's the personal development parts. That's the stuff that I like, because the thing I try to work on the most is my brain. You know, we got muscles, obviously, whatever. This you got to work on as much as you can, because it's always being attacked daily. Just from normal things, you know. We got work, we got foolish people everywhere. I definitely know you guys will go to work, probably think everybody's stupid. Trust me, I know. But like, you can't let that stuff feed you. You just have to be like, you know what? Let me just get what I need to get done, and then go home and tune into your stuff. Don't, you know? Yeah, that's something for another time. So, just gonna kind of leave it there, and yeah, see you guys next time.